This is the Yewglen Massage Chair. My authentic first impression is that it tries to be furniture first and gadget second. The finish has that warm faux wood vibe that blends into a living room. The PU leather is soft touch and doesn't look plasticky under normal light. I like that it avoids the medical machine look a lot of massage chairs fall into. Key features you'll see right away are the zero-gravity recline, the 8 back plus 2 hip fixed massage points, the airbag compression around the shoulders, arms, waist, hips, calves, and feet, the foot rollers, the lumbar and foot heating, Bluetooth speakers, a small ambient light at the base, an LCD control screen that doubles as a phone stand, and a retractable footrest. It supports up to 350 pounds and has 3 recline positions. In my opinion, the spec sheet looks solid for the price it targets. From my experience, setup is simple but not foolproof. I got it out of the box, attached the pads, and plugged in the air lines, and I was up and running in about 25 minutes. The instructions are short, and while the steps aren't complicated, the diagrams could be clearer. The chair itself is heavy at around 122 pounds, so I planned where it would live before unboxing. One practical note, it's not a wall hugger. It doesn't slide forward when reclining, so I left extra space behind it to avoid scraping the wall. The control screen is straightforward after a little trial and error. There are 5 preset programs and 3 speeds. Presets basically string together the fixed point nodes and airbags in different patterns, so you get gentle, balanced, or more intense sequences without digging deep into settings. If you're new to massage chairs, here's a quick explainer. Fixed points mean the nodes don't travel up and down on a track. They press into set spots. A lot of higher-end chairs use a moving track that scans your back shape and follows it. This one doesn't do that. What you feel is a series of needs where the hardware sits. It can be effective if your body lines up with the nodes, and not so great if it doesn't. In my opinion, the zero-gravity recline is the most universally pleasing part. At its deepest tilt, about 165 degrees, your legs come up level with your heart. That position takes weight off your lower back and evens out pressure so the massage feels stronger without cranking the speed. The air compression is also nicely done for a chair at this price. The arm cuffs and calf sleeves inflate and deflate in waves like a gentle squeeze, and you can pick from 3 intensities. On the highest setting, it gets snug, which I like after a long day, but I can see someone with sensitive forearms preferring the lighter setting. The foot rollers surprised me in a good way. They push into the arches and roll across the soles like firm knuckles. If your feet are tender, a pair of socks will take the edge off. The retractable footrest extends about 12 centimeters, which isn't a ton. The brand suggests a comfortable user height range of about 4.9 to 5.7. I'm outside the shorter end, and I can confirm that taller users will max it out and still wish they had another click or 2 of length. If you're 5'8" or above, your knees may sit a bit high and the ankle placement won't be ideal. Now for how the core massage feels. Because the chair relies on 10 fixed points rather than a moving SL track, alignment is everything. On me, the mid-back nodes hit close to the right spots and feel like deep kneading. The upper back is where the fit gets tricky. If you have broad shoulders, the top area feels narrow, and those fixed nodes can hit a little off-center. On certain sequences, I felt pressure on the spine that bordered on sharp. A thin towel or small cushion behind the lower back softens the contact and spreads the force out. That quick tweak made the programs much more comfortable for me. When the alignment works, the massage is honestly relaxing. When it doesn't, it feels like someone tapping the wrong spot. Heat is another mixed bag. The lumbar and foot areas warm up, but the heat is subtle. It's closer to a warm car seat than a therapy heating pad. If you're expecting deep, penetrating heat, this won't get you there. Still, I liked pairing the light warmth with the zero-gravity position for a wind-down session at night. The Bluetooth speakers are a nice touch, better than I expected for built-ins. They won't replace a soundbar, but they're clear enough for ambient music or a podcast. I put on some rain sounds, reclined all the way back, and it layered in nicely. Build and fit are where I have hesitations. The chair looks premium, and the upholstery feels good, but I noticed a dissonance between the fancy exterior and the underlying hardware in spots. Small details like panel creaks when reclining or a rattly sound once or twice made me wonder about long-term durability. I didn't see major cosmetic defects on my unit, but I've seen enough reports of cracked plastic trim or loose attachments out of the box that I'd unbox carefully and check everything right away. The ambient light by the base is actually practical. It keeps you from bumping the footrest when you get up in a dim room. On the ergonomics front, The seat depth is about 16.9 inches, and the upper shell is a bit snug. If you're petite to average in build, it feels cocoon-like, which many will enjoy. If you have wider shoulders, the shoulder zone pinches. The arm channels sit low unless you recline far back, so I found myself using them more in zero gravity than upright. The airbag intensity on arms and calves is strongest on the top level. For me, mid-level was the sweet spot. Let me lay out how this shakes out in everyday use. I've been doing 15 to 20-minute sessions a couple times a day, one right after work and one before bed. The best combo for me is zero gravity at mid-speed with mid-air pressure, foot rollers on, and heat on. That routine takes the edge off back tightness and foot fatigue from standing. I also use it as a normal recliner for quick breaks since the upholstery is comfortable and the shoulder pillows make a decent headrest. Where I ran into actual friction was alignment, heat strength, and the learning curve of the presets. It takes a few days to figure out which combination matches your body. People new to massage chairs sometimes expect a customized feel right away. This design isn't adaptive in that way, so it's more about finding your compromise. Padding where needed, speed down a notch, recline angle tuned to line up the nodes. I did contact support once with a question about a faint clicking noise on recline. The reply took longer than I hoped, and the answer was generic. In my opinion, that slow response will be a deal breaker for some buyers, especially if anything serious goes wrong. Given how big and heavy this thing is, an unresponsive support experience can turn a small issue into a headache. It's perfect for someone who values looks and wants a chair that can pass as furniture, likes air compression and foot rollers, prefers a softer heat profile, and falls in the small to average height and shoulder width range. If you live in an apartment or have limited space, measure carefully and leave room behind it because the chair needs clearance to recline. If you want a massage that adapts to your back shape with traveling rollers, this is not that. You'd need a different design with a scanning SL track. From my experience, the biggest limitation is that fixed point engine. It keeps costs down, but if your back doesn't match the node placement, you'll spend time padding and tweaking. The biggest win is the zero gravity position paired with decent air compression and better than expected foot rollers. I also like that the chair supports up to 350 pounds and that the leather is easy to wipe down. The weakest element for me is the gentle heat and the narrow feel up top. I'd recommend this for people who want a good-looking, feature-rich recliner massager for light to moderate daily use, who are comfortable with a non-traveling massage design, and who fit the size range the brand lists, roughly 4'9" to 5'7". If you're taller or broad-shouldered, or if you need strong heat and a highly adjustable massage path, I'd look at a model with a body scan roller track and more robust heating zones. In conclusion, the Yewglen Massage Chair nails the living room-friendly aesthetic and covers a lot of bases on features. The experience swings between relaxing and a little fussy, depending on how well your body matches the fixed points. When it lines up, it's a calming place to decompress. When it doesn't, it takes patience and a bit of DIY padding to get there. If you're okay with those trade-offs and you sit within the size sweet spot, it can be a satisfying personal spa piece. If you're on the edge about fit or you need a more adaptive massage, you might want to keep shopping or plan to test it before committing. You can find detailed information about the Yewglen Massage Chair in the comments section. See you in the next video.